Yes, sir. We are back with the Black Casuals podcast, episode 2, fellas.
Yeah.
I got to the left of me, my man Jiggy.
Yeah. What's up?
Take a chance on Chance. Oh wait, my fault. I'm the Lemon Pepper Stepper, and we got my man Harlem Will. What's going on with y'all today, fellas?
What's happening?
We here. Beware.
Can't complain.
But we
I'm
blessed,
alive.
bro. We blessed.
Yes, we are.
Less than black, young black individuals.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Casual blacks.
Nigga talk like an uncle.
In case people didn't figure out, we are a new podcast called Black Casuals. As you can see, 4 young brothers from Harlem. We'd like to have casual conversations about anything that's happening all over the place. So, as you can see, we all in the
Hold
new
on, one
podcast.
thing. Hold on. Yo, Will, give it up for Will. This is our new. You know what I'm saying? He
It's
knew.
not my-
Yeah.
it's not my
Will.
Yeah.
He was on episode 1, but we got
this
him.
is
So
what
we
This
being
is
rude as hell.
episode 2.
Right,
This is our Ernie
episode-
Johnson.
I'm Black Ernie.
Black Ernie.
AKA
Bernie
Harlem
Johnson.
Will.
The Cajun
that should be your
vet.
name, Black Ernie.
The Cajun
Bernie
vet.
Johnson.
Bernie.
Cajun
Bernie.
vet.
And this is the second show. This is the second episode. The first episode, y'all got a lot of traction. I got a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
That just showed that there is an audience for these young brothers out here, and joining me. I'm joining them now, and the conversations that we have is casual, but something that everybody's interested in. And y'all got a lot of feedback. What were you guys surprised at the feedback that you got?
Not really. I expected some of it. I mean, some of it was a little shocking. I mean, I'll let you point out some of the
Man,
shocking
I done forgot
comments.
half the damn thing I was talking about. So nah, but I mean, it was cool. Like, when you speak about men and women, that's always gonna stir the pot. So let's just be honest. You know how that go.
I mean, I'm a pot stirrer.
Yeah, pot stir.
Especially on Facebook.
Yeah, especially on
Pot
Facebook.
stirrer.
I'm a
For
pot
those who
stirrer.
have me, they know I'm a pot stirrer. I just like to have fun. I like to kind of poke holes in issues, and it's all fun. And I don't take nothing seriously, and neither should anybody else. It's just all
Listen,
fun
for all y'all
games.
people that be talking too serious on Facebook and Instagram, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
It's casual.
Yeah, shouts out to a couple of those DMs too. We gonna
see
shout
y'all.
you out.
We see y'all,
episode
Marks.
2 though.
Don't worry, we ain't worried.
Busters.
With the hard ER. That's
We're
all
not
right.
worried
We're
about
good.
them too much. We
Yeah,
ain't worried about them as much.
We're
As
good
much
with
as the
that.
feedback that we got for a couple of the topics that y'all did talk about. One of them was the submissiveness. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
In men.
Yes.
We got a lot of women.
Too much.
Yeah.
We got a lot of women who responded to.
They were mad.
Not
Some agree,
all.
though.
Wanted to
Not
know.
all.
Some agree.
Not all. Some agree.
So some wanted to know what was submissive. What does submissiveness mean to men? What do we consider being submissive to women? And they didn't feel like a lot of people elaborated on that. Just Chance, like what was just to start it off. We're gonna go down the line to Lemon Pepper in a minute, but what does submissiveness mean for men? Like I know I have opinions, but go ahead.
So submissiveness. I keep on fucking up that word.
I'll do it the same way.
All right,
Go ahead.
submissiveness for men, it should be the same, but it's kind of not. So when you look for submissiveness in men, you kind of look for them to depend on the woman, because that submissiveness is kind of like leadership, in a sense. So the man depends on a woman to do certain stuff. So now you see the man changing the diapers and doing
We always
all the
ask how to
household
do that.
chores.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So I think that's what it looks like in men when he looks for the woman for leadership. And it's honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, especially in this day and age. I mean, it's not for everybody. Like we spoke about before, it should go 2 ways. Mm-hmm. If submissiveness goes both ways, there's no such thing as submissiveness.
Yeah,
So-
it's the 50-50 thing that
Right.
we've always gotten the conversation about. Well, we've always gotten the feedback from females about, it's the 50-50 thing. And,
Right.
Do you think leadership should go both ways in a relationship? Lemon Pepper, jump in here.
Definitely, because I can't do everything a woman can do. So
Facts,
sometimes you
right?
gotta. Sometimes, like, to be honest, like you could let a woman submit to a woman, let her take control of your finances. Not basically just giving her your money, but just like, this is where this goes. This is where, because some dudes just make the money and just give it to their wife, and then they do
Old school.
yeah, old school style. But like I can't do everything a woman can do, so I'm submissive in that way. Like I can let my woman lead where it best fits her.
Right.
Because just like she looked to me for certain things, like If a big old monster jump out the closet or something,
That's my job.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know,
I'm supposed to take.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Right?
So it's like,
Nah, we jumping them.
that's what submissiveness means to me. Like, you just gotta,
right? Yo, you jumping out the closet.
I mean,
get the monster, right?
We gotta, like you said, we gotta beat them together. But it's 50-50. It goes both ways. Certain things a woman can do, a man can't, and vice versa. So, all in all, it's 50-50. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I see it as, we're a team. We agreed to this relationship, this marriage, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. Let's work as a team to make it work.
Yes, sir.
Simple as that.
Now, you think it gets affected by money though? Because a lot of women, the second they start making a lot of money, like, let's just be honest, ladies. The majority of the time we see it, when y'all start making more money, a lot of that decision making, y'all want to take over, and all of a sudden you be like, "Well, listen, you don't make more money than me. I'm gonna make this decision." Like, well, we gonna go here. I can afford this, and does it feel like with the minute a woman is, or you see a woman who makes more money, she kind of wants to take over the decision making?
I see it more times than not. I tell you that.
I disagree.
You don't think?
A woman still wants a man to lead, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
There's some women that are gonna be like, no.
I can see that.
There's
Yeah,
some
I
women
can
that
see that.
power trip for sure. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, no. If your woman made $1 million and whatever you make, she's still gonna want you to lead her in a certain way. Like, you gotta, like, you the man, bro.
She still wants you to be the leader. However, she still wants you to be the leader. But however, that she still is going to take lead on certain stuff. I think it's situational. If y'all get in an argument,
Because she could afford it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If y'all get in an argument,
This is the
there's certain-
mansplaining situation that was going on right now. We're mansplaining, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you get in an argument and there's certain shit, and she make more to you, it's bound to come up more times than not. Like,
No,
'cause
but
it's
that's
not
only if
typical.
you're not pulling your weight, bro.
That's not if you're not
You
pulling
gotta
your
pull
weight.
your- honestly, all that could be avoided. One, with a conversation about finances, which a lot of people don't have before shacking up.
Do it before the jump.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, like, people go and move in together without knowing each other's financial state. Then when something real hit, then it's like, damn, I ain't even got that money. You know what I mean? Then it's like, oh, you don't got that money. We never had the financial conversation. So if you pulling your weight, like, she make $1 million, you make whatever you make. Have that conversation. So all that could be avoided.
That's true.
And you can still be the man in a relationship.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Because there's still something, because like we was just talking about, you still got to kill a spider
Yeah.
in the corner.
I'm not killing a spider.
You're not killing a spider.
No, I don't like spiders.
You better stomp on that damn spider.
I get 4 legs, you get 4 legs.
That's motivation though. You got the
Fuck
strength to
Nah, listen, I'm not killing no spider.
Nah, I don't like spiders neither.
But
but the fact that I don't like it, I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to, if my back's against the wall, but she's standing there, and we gotta
You like
jump on.
Spider-Man, though?
I love Spider-Man. I still like spiders. You know what
So
I mean?
if you killing the spider, what is she doing?
Screaming.
Cleaning them up. Like,
Screaming.
if I kill him, then if I
sweep up the
face
4
my
legs,
fear and I
sweep
killed
all 8 of
him,
those
least he
legs?
could do is throw his ass away. That's all I ask. I killed him. I was brave.
Nah, but you don't like that feeling, though, being like, I'm
Being the man.
Listen,
Yeah.
it takes a man to admit
Macho
that, like, yo,
man.
I don't fuck with insects.
I killed that spider for you.
Yeah, no. Listen,
Know your weaknesses. Yeah.
you gotta know your weakness. Listen, bugs is not my joint.
Wow.
You know, if
Yeah,
a man break into the house, I'm stepping in front of my woman.
Mm-hmm.
If a water bug walk in the house, get him.
Water bug.
You just don't like insects, do you?
Yeah, I don't like insects.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's what I'm getting.
I'll fight any man, any size. I will not fuck with an insect. It's just not my thing.
So, okay, so that's your role. But as far as the submissiveness are we looking for in a woman? Because a lot of times, guys, they say they want a woman to
That's
be
a submissive trait, though. Like
That is a submissive trait.
That's one of the, is this
insect.
one of, you want them to sweep them up? Is this the submissiveness that we talk about?
I believe so in
that
men.
we want
Yeah.
from. Does it come in other things than just sweeping up dead?
Obviously
bodies
not.
of
No, it
insects?
comes because of many shapes. That's just my form of it. Like,
Is it
you
the
know,
traditional way? Like, all right, if we go to work or if we pay a certain amount of bills, is this somewhat in the traditional way where we want them to cook and clean? I'll say this. I know I like a woman that cooks.
I do.
It's not that I can't cook. Not saying God, fellas over here, they can't cook, but I know I like a woman that cooks.
That's not really a deal breaker for me. Like, I'm glad that, that's not the case, but like, if she don't cook, I don't mind ordering out to eat. I could cook. Like, I'm still a self-sufficient man without a woman. You know
that's
what
what.
I
Yeah,
mean? So it's
I'll
like,
never depend on a
I
woman
don't
for
really
anything.
care if she don't cook, but
I just don't
could.
want a woman to have to depend on me. For
Yeah,
anything
you know what I'm
either.
saying?
I want you to be,
But I also like her
we should be
when
two
she's-
separate entities that could come
come
together.
together, right? There we
That's
go.
I think
Right.
I think the problem is a lot of people going back to the submissive thing. I think a lot of women, I'm not going to put it just on women, men too. They rely on the other person to basically do this certain thing when y'all should be able to both do it. You know, like.
But what do we want from women? We want them to be submissive. What do we want from women when because how many times do we hear from women when they say they don't understand the man? Oh, I thought I did this and he was gonna like. What is it that we're looking for from women that say, yeah, this is what I want?
Honestly, communication, bro.
That's
like
what it comes
that.
down to.
You could
We're not mind readers. How many times have we said we are not mind readers?
I think if you communicate and talk, that's a part of submissiveness because some people really don't know how to communicate. You know what I mean? So they just talk and they just go based off of what they think.
You hoping they get it.
Yeah, but it's like, no, like sometimes submit to me and like just listen to me as I listen to you and take in what you have to say. You know what I mean? That's what.
Stop trying to put up those walls.
Yeah, man.
Trying to
be
block
creating
everything.
because you know. I'm not gonna say it, but you know how women are. They create.
I'm gonna say it. Y'all be creating these scenarios.
Create scenarios in their head.
In their head that we do.
I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, babe, it's not even like that.
We get mad when our partner doesn't know something that you think they should know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like why? You know what I mean? Like, and then that's a problem in itself. Like that could easily been fixed with you just telling me. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Say it. You know.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bang, my D.
I know what happened. Because what men, what we like to do, we like to fix problems. You know, when we hear a question or we hear an issue, the first thing we initially want to do is, all right, let me solve this. Let me fix this.
Some women are like that too, though.
Some women are like that, but a majority of the times when with men, like when we hear a thing that a woman brings up, if there's an issue a woman brings up, we want to solve it, right? Because that's how we view ourselves in the relationship. I'm the one that's going to solve this, so my lady's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
now, with that being the case, another issue that came up in the first, another topic that came up in the first episode was, all right, how would you solve this for two women? Polyamorous.
We going there.
Polyamorous relationships, right?
Polyamory.
That's something that's on the rise these days. It's being talked about more and more. There's actually been a couple of articles in the New York Post about this, so we're going there. There's even been some songs. My man T-Pain, my girl got a girlfriend. You know, he did that a long time ago. It's like, yo, this thing is starting to happen.
Shout out to T-Pain.
Right? The original legend, the original auto-tune legend.
That wasn't T-Pain.
That wasn't T-Pain?
I think that was like, wasn't that Pleasure P or something?
No, that was
T-Pain
T-Pain.
definitely said that.
My girl got a girlfriend.
My girl got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I remember the
Having
beat and
two
everything.
chicks
Pleasure P
better
was boyfriend
than
number 2.
Having two chicks better than having no chick.
Yeah.
That's.
We might have to fact check that one.
That's
Pleasure P
T-Pain.
was boyfriend number 2, and
I could be wrong, but I could be right.
could
But
be
we
wrong.
also
check
talking
it
about
out. Yeah, see.
Check it right now, please.
we also talking about
I think I'm right.
the multiple relationship thing. Like, how do y'all feel about that
I'll just
idea?
hold it
Like,
up
it
like
seems to
Jordan
be
real
trying to
quick.
be trending a lot.
I'm gonna just hold it up like Jordan real quick.
I think how I feel about polyamorous, how I feel. Honestly, I think you should.
How you really feel?
How I really feel? Man, that's how a chance gonna give it
Take
to
a
you.
chance.
That's how you gonna give it
Girlfriend
to you. He gonna give it to
song.
you honest.
By T-Pain.
Yeah, you
Me and my
Boom.
girlfriend need a girlfriend.
Boom, you was
yeah.
wrong.
Now you got to sit there
Lemon
with the eat shit face.
I'm still lemon pepper stepper.
That's all good.
It don't matter.
It's all
But
good.
yeah, so yeah, what's going on with this polyamory?
Honestly, honestly, man, I feel like you should do what's conducive to you. If it works for you in your relationship, if having more than one wife or husband or however it works, if that works for you, then by all means. It doesn't work for everybody. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into it. You know, insecurity, using it to fix problems that are already there. It's just so many factors that, you know, it can become a complicated thing, but I feel like society kind of pushes us to think that monogamy is the only way. Mm-hmm. In reality, there's multiple ways to make people happy. You just got to go what's good for you.
Mm-hmm. Lemon pepper.
So, all right, so just so I'm following along, we ain't gonna have no laps like last time. What was the question?
Yes, this is what happened. How do you feel about polyamorous relationships?
Okay, I think there's two sides of it, right? Because I'm thinking about it, love first, because it's like love many people, right?
Because women do think we're being greedy when we talk about
Yeah.
polyamorous relationships.
But it's-
they
but-
just want
but people-
2 vaginas and 4 breasts
but
out
men
there.
forget.
That's what they want. And
But you know what
It's a
we
small
forget?
part of it.
You know what we forget? That the woman get their share too. It's not just about the men. So everyone's getting like their love. So like if your girlfriend got a boyfriend, you got to accept that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be difficult at first, but
financial.
Multiple dicks.
yeah, of course, financially.
rich
But,
nigga game.
but I think about it like this from the love aspect. Like you think about people out here that don't get love at all. Like just think nobody tell them they love them or miss them, thinking about them, nothing like that. If for those that this works for, if you have a relationship with multitude of people that love you, like I find there's nothing wrong with that. If that works for you, like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. I don't shame people for how they want to love or how they want to be treated or how they want to carry themselves.
I agree.
Monogamy isn't from everything. That's what isn't for everyone. That's why we have different cultures that practice multiple wives and you know, bada bing, bada bing. Jiggy, what's up?
Jiggy.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna say.
Well, he feel like he about to say, all right, bump what they saying. I'm doing this.
We know about the whole Tristan Thompson situation, right?
I'm not on the internet, so
Listen, how Tristan Thompson keep cheating on Khloe Kardashian and everything.
Oh, okay.
She keep taking him back. So, if you're a woman who consistently knows this man is going to cheat on you and you're going to take him back, hey, you know, babe, let's try an open relationship. Let's do it. And I'm saying it.
so?
I'm saying it. Listen, the thing is about it, if you're going to keep constantly taking them back,
I don't
all
want
you're
you
gonna do is
cheating
complain.
on me, so I'm just going to bring this chick in
Like,
so
you
can
just
be
give
with
them
her.
the consent. That's all it is.
So kind of what that's like is kind of using polyamorous. That's the word.
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous. All right, cool. I'm gonna fuck up this word the whole time. Sorry.
Of course, yeah.
All right, so polyamorous. That's kind of using that to fix the problem. You don't think?
nah.
It's a problem.
Do you think
and
that's
problem.
really fixing the problem? By knowing someone is a crackhead and saying like, well, there's avenues of different avenues
That's
of
what I'm
crackhead.
saying.
I'm going to give you
It's
all
not
the
fixing-
crack.
It's just showing them different avenues though.
different.
That's
I don't
what I'm
think
saying.
fixing the problem
Alright,
for
think
me
about it
cheating
this.
is going to help me stop cheating by showing me different ways to fuck other women.
Think about
I
it
agree.
like this. Think about it like this. All right, you know how people smoke tobacco, smoke cigarettes, everything. But
Okay.
they have like the tobacco pens or something like that.
Yeah.
That's supposed to subdue the problem, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's a substitute.
Cheating isn't.
Tobacco is
Cheating
still
cheating
the,
is an issue
product
because of
that you get,
consent.
though. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's because of consent.
But that's the
Do you think motherfuckers want to like
Because of consent.
like real serial cheaters, right?
Yes. That's the word. That's the term about your serial cheater.
Like, do you think they want consent from their partner, or you think they get the joy out of just cheating? Like, I'd rather cheat in
I
secrecy.
think it's the excitement of.
I think
I don't
it's-
know. I don't
would-
do those
it
type
probably
of things.
it probably would take the excitement out of the cheating. Not saying that I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
a cheater.
No, not saying that.
But
I'm
like,
just, you know.
I'm just thinking like a fucking serial cheater.
of the thrill.
Yeah.
You know what I
Because
mean?
that
It's
would
the
be
thrill.
more, wouldn't that lend itself more towards an open relationship? Because
But you still got to get consent from your
get
partner.
consent,
though.
right, so
Yeah.
so it's not necessarily a polyamorous relationship where there's multiple people involved
It's an
in
open
a
relationship.
commitment
That's
relationship.
open.
An open relationship is, hey, I'm going to be with this person, but I'm also going to tell this person if I'm talking to another person
Consent,
and
communication.
saying, hey, this is who I'm talking to. We're going to go here, and that person being okay with it.
Right.
But you know, at the end of the day, you're still coming back
Exactly.
to that person.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying.
So
Like, if the woman's gonna keep taking them back, and he's cheating on you multiple times, and you consistently be like,
I know.
you argue about it, but I get back together, whatever the case may be. So why not explore that avenue? So
remember, polyamorous relationship is involving commitment with two other people.
They all three
It's
of them are
three
dating.
people in general.
Yeah.
But like from what I've learned, again, like we all said, we just learned about this, but it's picking up. We know it's three people involved, but now an open relationship means something like what Monique was talking about back in her early days, where she was like, yeah, he tells me if he's, talking to this person, as long as he communicates with me.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I feel like low key, in some cases, that's like a rich person's game, though.
It is a rich
Like it's a lot of rich, wealthy people and actors. They do like that open relationship and.
You think so?
Will and Jada.
Yeah, I don't think regular. I mean, just no, but you notice it more like you said, Monique is just more prevalent in those type of tax brackets. You know what I mean? Like I don't think an average.
she did it?
Was when she did
did it?
So she did it back in the day. Like I mean, I think her and the dude
Nikki
ended up-
Parker.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think they ended up
Big Nick.
I think they ended up splitting up. Like, don't quote me on that. I think they ended up splitting up, but for other reasons other than that. But shit, Big Nick. She was in an open relationship and was open, go pun intended, about it. And she said, yeah, he tells me what's going on with him, and I'm okay with that. I think she said, I tell him what I'm open with. And I think it also comes down to how comfortable the woman, who is usually the person that is usually the one at the end that we got to communicate that with. Now, one of the things that they usually women try to go at it, because again, they think men are the ones that's like, we just want to be greedy. They go, oh, what if a woman wants to have two?
That's what comes with the territory.
We want two guys, and it's like, well, the question is, do you want that? Because that's not something that's really. That's not a behavior type that we
what if they
really
do?
see from
But
women.
see,
It's
the
not to
thing
say
is-
it's unfamiliar, but it's uncommon.
See, the thing is with that type of relationship, as the man, you know, you want multiple women, but also will you be able to take what comes with it, having your girl be with multiple men as well? And that's the thing.
That's what stops it in its tracks.
That's just stopping it.
Because most men
might stop the whole cheating aspect or talking with your girl about it. Because
Right.
he's probably thinking like, man, maybe my girl be with it.
Male ego,
But you're not
yeah.
thinking
Men are
The male ego.
It's easy fragile.
Men are territorial. They refuse.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want their stuff touched. You know, but they want women to be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and
Could you allow your girlfriend to do that?
absolutely not.
Hell no.
Well, you got to be a guy
That's a
that's
no
okay
for me,
with
dog.
that.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing, like just like we say,
But
there's
jealousy
some
don't
women
stop. Just because you're you're practicing polyamory, jealousy don't stop. Like that's still
Is
a
jealousy
thing.
a sin? Is
Yeah.
That's
one of the
sin,
seven
right?
sins.
Okay.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Because you know, greed
Jealousy,
is a sin,
envy,
jealousy,
jealousy,
envy.
Forget the other
Greed.
one. Greed.
Yeah. So
That's like
So-
killing. But yeah.
As we can see in most cheating relationships, you know. But if you think about that, what if that's the area in relationships that hasn't been explored? You know,
Jealousy?
the greediness, the selfishness. You know, I only want you to be for me, and even in men. Oh, this is mine. I'm gonna. What if that's something that needs to be purged? Because as you can see with multiple examples, it's not like men have this tendency to still want more. You know, it's not that men don't develop a discipline, but we still have the tendency to want more. And what if that's an area that needs to be explored and say, what if that's been holding us back from being happy, to being around other people? There's billions of people on the planet, and we still like those people. You run into one person on the other side of the earth, you'd be like, yo, I didn't know I was going to get along with this person so well, and all of a sudden I'm feeling this type of way. You know, and
Multiple, yeah.
I feel like even when a man is with multiple women and they're dating and they're all official, he still may cheat. Like he still may not be enough for him. Like I feel like a man will cheat after having two girlfriends. Like you know.
the thing is, we will come back to that same person, because men will cheat,
But a woman
but
will
they
cheat
won't
too.
leave that wife.
Women will too.
Women too.
They won't leave their wife, or they won't leave their girlfriend. They might go out and cheat. Like yes, we're admitting we might do something like that, but
Not me.
Not.
Not me.
No,
not
the
us.
fuck I'm not.
Not
Oh,
us.
okay.
We was generalizing.
First of all, black men don't cheat. I already said
Black
that.
men don't cheat.
I'll say men will cheat. Men, not these men.
You still have to acquire, right? Like,
The Tristan Thompsons of the world. Yes, I'm throwing his name out there. Just don't come hunting for me. They will. They'll perform the action, but then they won't leave the girlfriend, the fiance, the wife. They'll come back to that. So, is it?
That's what I'm saying. Explore
That's like
that lane.
saying men will be loyal, but they will
Be loyal to
leave the
multiple
barn
women.
every once
Let
in
a
a while.
dog roam and he'll find his way home.
Right.
actually,
It's spitting facts right there, right?
You know, quickly, I actually knew of a couple who was polyamorous. And like, it's one of my friends, and I actually spoke to her on her experience about it. And she said she was perfectly fine with it until the point where she found out that the girl that was in the third party was actually the mistress of her boyfriend. Originally, that's how he was introduced. She was so the problem with that was she was perfectly fine with it until she found out
He wasn't completely.
But why is it a
honest.
problem
fi-
now?
the-
If you knew, well, I don't know if she knew before.
No, it's a mistress. She was
Yeah.
cheating on him.
Yeah.
You know, she was getting cheated on.
Yeah.
So, but that's the person.
That's
who,
before she agreed to the whole polygamy.
right.
Okay, okay.
But
So
that's
her
what I'm
problem-
saying. That's supposed to solve the problem.
But her problem was that the foundation was built on a lie. If he would have came and
America
said,
message.
Got it.
you know what I mean?
He should be like, all right, babe, listen, this is a girl I'm cheating on you with.
No,
You
no,
might- Wait,
no.
So what you mean?
Yeah, Lord, no. Wait, I think
Yo, babe, this is the girl I'm cheating on.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm doing. Like,
no. I think what she preferred. I think what she preferred,
Just being
Jiggy,
honest.
is if he would have came to her before the cheating and said, "Listen, let's do this.
Yeah.
This is the girl I had in mind. Are you okay with that?" And then they would have built that foundation on all truth, and then it might have worked out.
You notice a lot of I notice a lot of ladies say, but I really want to see these conversations in the forefront. Like, you know how they be like, oh, give me the option to let me know if I'm gonna be with it or not. Like if you say, hey, girlfriend, I want to sleep with other women, are you gonna be fine with that? And then she's like,
yeah.
Like, how would that conversation really go? Everybody all about it until it's like, nah, you and the feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is really how your man feel or how your woman feel. Like, let's not talk about just us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ever heard of the term like, you know, I was just playing, even though unless you with it, you know what I mean? Like,
unless you really gonna do it.
Sometimes you gotta
Nelly.
Yo, I was like, yo, what you think about having a third party?
like
what?
Yo Gotti said, if it's cool.
If it's cool. If it's cool.
Nah, but
you know what I mean? I was just playing.
Yeah.
I was just joking. I just wanted to see what you was thinking, you know.
I mean,
See what your mind is. That's your mind.
but it's good that we starting to have like conversations now. People starting to come out about their truths. Like, I think it is a very constructive discussion now. Like, people, you know,
Yeah, it's not a negative thing, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't look down on polyamorous couples.
Absolutely
look
not.
down on nobody.
Absolutely not.
Who am I? I ain't no guy. Like,
You don't even know your name.
Love who you
I'm just a lemon pepper stepper.
Lemon pepper
That's
stepper.
that's all I am.
I think so. When we talk about examples, I think going back to Will and Jada, I think the problem wasn't that they were open. I think the issue was that she kept saying
She couldn't
to
control her
everybody.
hoes.
She kept telling the world. I guess she would, but women will also say like that was in man. I'm not trying to, but they will say that she just being open and letting people into her world to just try to like get relation to it or try to like have people understand.
Man, look what it did to them kids, though.
But yeah,
Them kids is grown though.
I know.
They grown.
Are
like,
they? How old Willow Smith? She been 17 for like 6 years.
Nah, Willow is like, I think she's 22.
Right? Like, she been 17 for like 6 years.
I think that's good genes. I think that's just good genes. They I think they're in their early 20s.
They're definitely all over 20.
At
So
least
all
over
her kids,
20
all
now.
the kids is grown.
I like how Jaden Smith move. You don't be really hearing nothing about him.
He be chilling.
He be trying to save the world.
I was about to say,
Right,
he's
you know what I'm saying?
trying to give people water and
Jaden
stuff.
Smith think he Hancock for real.
Yeah,
He doing his thing, man.
Yeah, he doing this thing. I like how Jaden Smith move.
Nah, yeah, he's smooth. He's smooth. But
They
but
both, yeah.
I think that's the issue. I think the issue was everybody was thinking was, like shut up about it. Like you telling everybody deep dark secrets that if it pertains to you, that's fine. But you're also adding Will into it. And people love Will. People love Jada as well. But Will's my favorite actor. So
Jeez.
I still have love for
But
both
you
of you.
Will.
no, yeah. Do your thing. You said what you said, Jiggy? Say that
Fuck
loud.
Jada.
Oh,
Wow.
Because I love Will.
I love Will too, but
Listen, I'm all over Facebook. Everybody know how I feel on Facebook. Everybody know how I feel about Jada.
You don't like Jada?
Oh.
All right.
she has been. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, homie in the back like, hey.
I ain't gonna lie.
Jada.
Jada been pissing me off a little
Despite all
bit.
your flaws.
A little bit.
She been pissing me off. I ain't gonna
A
lie.
little bit, man.
But we'll be wilding
She's
too.
one of those that seem like she never wanted to be controlled, which I respect about her, but
Right.
you just gotta.
So I read an article about that. It was basically saying how Jada said she didn't know how to properly love someone. Like
That's a real thing.
a monogamy relationship,
Yeah, that's a real
And she had to teach Will how to, like be different, think differently, and that's where the open relationship thing came about. So I get it. That's cool. If that's your preference, like
So
don't air it out. Don't air everything out because like y'all are internet. Well, I'm not saying internet because like they blew up before the internet.
Right.
they've been, they're way,
Yeah,
big.
they're way
They've
bigger
been
than
big
that.
before the
Yeah,
internet.
they're legends. So it's like
You know what it was?
Shout out to the Red Table Talk, by the way, because that's
Yeah, Red
that's
Table
a
Talk is
phenomenal
dope.
show.
Yeah, but it's just it's the fact that we always assumed for years that what was going on, and now I guess she's being more open about it. And now we mad about that too. So it's kind of like we can't. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Honestly,
this is. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We like how we the girlfriends of Will. Like
No,
listen,
not me.
no. Listen, hear me out.
Wait, what?
So you see how? Listen,
They are not my girlfriends. No,
y'all not listening, bro.
I'm listening to you.
So you see how
had to jump on.
like a girl man cheats on like
I
the
get what
girl,
you said. I got
and then
it,
the
I got it,
girlfriend's
I got
jumping
it.
like, "Oh, you doing it?" That's
got
that's what y'all niggas sound like, a bunch of girlfriends to Will Smith, because it's like, "Oh, that girl leading you in the wrong direction."
I just said they both was like I love them both still. It's just you know what I mean.
He was like, "Yeah, I said
Listen,
that."
Will's my guy, man. That's my favorite actor. It's my favorite.
Listen,
show.
I don't agree with everything Will say. Talk about like
Yeah.
he having orgasm, throwing up and shit like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that. I don't agree with everything.
Wait, what?
So
Yeah, you ain't hear that shit, right?
He said he
ain't hear that shit,
he had
right?
so much sex that he started throwing up.
wow, that's a lot of sex.
Some shit you just gotta keep to yourself.
That's a lot of sex.
I
That
think
sounds
it's- I
like
think
you've
it's
been-
So I'm not. You feel me?
That's powerful. As a matter of fact,
had an
no. As a
orgasm
matter of fact, let's
throwing up.
transition from
Had so
that.
much sex that he-
Speaking of powerful, so that's a powerful move that Jada pretty much pulled right there, right? Do you think
some
men?
communities.
Do you think men are intimidated by women with power?
Absolutely not.
Nope, you shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
I need a woman that's gonna swipe me a visa.
So is there usually an issue that comes with dating women? Because a lot of guys, they usually can't date women who have, well, let's say power and
egos
/ success.
That's the ones I'm
Ego's
going
weak.
for.
The ego's weak.
That's the ones I want.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for that.
And usually a lot of powerful women, they come with certain, all right, what they call it?
Lifestyle.
Usually masculine traits. What is it? Powerful.
She's more controlling in a way.
You're not usually people who get their way. They're not always the easiest to get
Strong-headed.
along with.
No, but it could just be. It don't have to be powerful in the sense of how she acted. It could just be her lifestyle. Like, could you handle like if you were dating like a
Rihanna.
actress or a singer? Yeah, like
I'm
somebody
always
that has to
busy.
be around men all the
Let
time.
Rihanna be one of the best
Right.
examples.
You know
She's
what
a
I'm saying?
built. Think about it. Economically, she doesn't need you for anything.
No, look
She
at
can
it
make
this way.
any decision she wants.
Let's use this. I was watching. I don't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
the Whitney Houston Bobby Brown situation. Whitney Houston started becoming like an icon, and Bobby Brown couldn't really take it.
Right.
So he was like low key, kind of everywhere she went and stuff like that. So that was like a good example of like she was trying to like. I think she named like one of her management businesses after him just so he could feel some sort of power of what he used to be.
Yeah.
So that's a good example of like that kind of thing. And like it looked like he struggled with it. You know what I mean?
If
like,
she got to do that, then it's kind of like it's not the right relationship. Like
If I'm going to be in this relationship, you better name a company after me.
but the woman,
they know.
yeah, the woman's not the problem.
So
It's
they
the-
know I'm your husband, right?
Yeah, the woman's not the issue in that situation. It's the man. It's insecurity.
Yeah, you gotta-
you know,
The
if,
egos for shit.
don't go for that kind of woman if you can't
if you
handle
can't
it.
handle what comes with it.
Right.
It don't
But
even
what-
have to be
but-
how she act, bro.
But what
Right.
if she grows within her career? Because remember, a lot more women now are career minded. So you're gonna most likely get with a woman who's in a
Shout out
career.
to the sisters.
The bosses.
man.
Yeah, they
The
boss-
sisters
bossing
are
up.
doing their
Yes.
thing.
Like-
I'm the only one clapping.
Yo, you not-
Shout out to the sisters doing their thing, man.
Yeah,
Like,
listen,
yo, these women are doing their
Good shot,
thing,
lemon
bro.
pepper.
If
Good
you
shot.
can't be with a
Thing, bro.
woman like that, then don't be
Yeah.
with her. Then
That's
like,
it.
listen, like
Stay your ass in the corner with your niggas.
You want a woman that's gonna
it.
be stagnant and just keep doing the same shit every day, or you want a woman who's gonna not only elevate herself, but can help you elevate, in
Motivate you,
mindset,
right.
money, business, whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to grow together.
Right.
So
That's a fact.
I agree.
help each other lift up.
But some guys, just to be the one pushing against it. I'm agreeing with everything they said so far. They're making great points. But some guys, they can't let go of that. She think she's making this decision.
all
She's
ego.
making this money
All ego.
because some women, when they get in those positions, they have a tendency to floss. Remember, every leader that we even the guys particularly. It's not like you get along with them all the time. They've got traits that, all right, this guy's
they
being a
always,
jerk.
though?
For just an example, Steve Jobs. Everybody didn't get along with Steve Jobs, even though he made Apple gazillions of dollars, right? Didn't always rub people the right way, through his mannerisms and work ethics. But that's what a lot of people looked up to as a successful and powerful person. And yeah, he's admired.
Sometimes you gotta be an asshole.
Sometimes you got to be an asshole,
So
right?
then let's take
But now,
Oprah.
what about the
What about
woman?
Oprah?
What about the woman? Okay, yeah. Take example for a woman like Oprah.
I would love to be
Can
stemming.
You would love to be
I would love
stemming?
to be stemming. Man.
I mean,
Can we speak about personal experiences or y'all?
no, please, yeah.
Personal
All right, like
experiences,
what's
yeah.
like a situation? I'll ask each individual one of you guys. Like, damn, I don't know if it's too. Like, have y'all dated a woman that has made a shit ton of
Yes.
money?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I was saying
I am
shit
a
ton, but
blue
maybe
label
me.
person. Yes.
how did
blue
you-
collar, excuse me, blue label,
How
blue
did you
collar
handle that
person. Yes.
situation? Did you ever feel yourself feeling? Is it inferior or
Inferior, yeah.
yeah
No.
inadequate?
Inadequate, no.
I didn't.
No,
I-
we're gonna start here. We're
Oh,
working
okay.
around.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't feel inadequate because I knew what I was bringing to the table. I wasn't focused on how much money she was making. I was focused on what kind of person she was.
Okay.
So that's where I steered my focus at. And once I seen, and then every other dynamics played into it, but it was never really about the money. It was just more, and it's just personal experience. It was just about, what kind of person is she, and what's the future going to look like between us. That was always the correlation of what I wanted to focus on. But yeah, I was never intimidated by a woman that made more money, man. I was just more like proud, like, hey, you got that bag,
like a trophy kind of thing.
I won't lie, yeah, it was cool, but it was never something that I was intimidated by because I was like, no, I'm my own man.
Right.
I pay my own bills. I wipe my own ass.
Chance?
Like
No, I've never dated a woman that made tons of money. However, I've messed with women who make a decent amount of money, so I can speak on those experiences.
In the past,
Obviously.
So just out of respect, man.
Yeah. So it never bothered me. I honestly think of it like, it's fun, it's cool. Like it's nice to see a woman who take care of themselves and doesn't need me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I respect that in all women. Like because a lot of times I don't like to hear women like, oh yeah, my man got a car, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I ain't got this or that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of saying, oh, he got his car, I gotta get my own shit now because I don't want to depend on him for nothing.
Okay.
So I respect that in women. I like women who got their own. Okay. And it doesn't make me feel any less about myself at all. If anything, it motivates me to better myself so I can match that vibe.
Before we get to Lemon Pepper and Jiggy, I want to throw this in there. There's definitely a big personality out there in I'm gonna say it, the manosphere. His name is Bevan Camuels.
Rhymes with. Rhymes with.
It rhymes with that.
Never heard of him.
And he one of the things that's talked about on discussions around this person's show and other shows like it is the value. That's not there's a value system now. Like it's a high value person, a high value man, a high value woman, and it differentiates from gender apparently. Yeah. So does this is that actually a thing? I know how we feel about it. I think we generally felt how we felt about a woman who's empowered or is successful. But how do you feel about that value system being out there? Because that's what's lurking in amongst men talking circles. Yeah.
I don't know what it feel like to be a 1%er, so I don't know. I can't relate.
Do you think that's a thing? That's the thing when they be like, oh, a high value man is this and he makes this and you got to lower yourself in order to get this, and how a lot of times women are told lower your standards.
I think a woman should never lower her standards. I think a woman should keep her standards as high as possible so they can match a man that's going to be as high as possible. Or
does that mean his bank account?
Absolutely, it's motivation. You know what I mean? Like if he feels like if a woman is up here, like I said, a woman should never feel like, or a man either, should never feel like they should lower their standards no matter how much money's involved.
Just show humility. That's all I say.
Yeah,
people
definitely.
Your wage and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Like show your.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Like you're a manager at McDonald's. Like, but that's where he's at. Like he's trying to do what he got to do.
He's trying to better himself.
But playing devil's advocate, a woman usually dates up, right?
Yeah.
That's usually the thing. So when you get these successful women who have this bank account, who have I hate to keep saying the bank account, but economically, this is what we're worried about, right? You want to make sure we're okay. She's probably going to look for the same guy, the same kind of guy who's on that economic level. And if she can't find him, more times than not, like looking at the numbers, especially with black women, more times than not, they're going to be left out there, not in a relationship with them. And the people like this name, and others, they're going to say, oh, you should date down then. Or is that the right term that they should be saying, date down? Or
no.
Should there be a different focus for successful women for men like us who aren't intimidated, looking for men like us who aren't intimidated by their money, their situation.
Also, date
wait,
down,
Jiggy, go ahead.
I'll date don't date down. Date whatever you prefer, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta know, all right. Sometimes money is not everything. Sometimes human values, like we all said, the human side of it, what did this person bring to the table as besides money? Like, does this person bring me comfort? Does this person make me feel happy? Does this person, satisfy me in ways that I never thought of before? Things
I never did that before.
Yeah, it all comes down to stuff like that. It's not always have to be about money. And also, from the question you asked, I have dated a woman who has made more than me, and it didn't really bother me. It didn't bother me at all. It's it's at the end of the day, it's everybody need money, man. We gotta pay bills. Yeah. We gotta do all this shit in this motherfucker while we here.
Right.
So do what you gotta do. Make as much money as you can.
Right.
And just be happy with life. That's all.
I immediately think of a movie with Taraji P. Henson and Michael Ealy, where I think is it a thing like a man? No, I don't know. I can't remember what movie it was, but
he was working.
He was working in a restaurant, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was a big time.
She did not want to drop her standards, man.
At all.
But look what happened.
Y'all skipped me.
Do we skip?
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, real quick.
Kind of.
So,
Go ahead.
so as far as like, I think it's an improper term to date down because I feel like you should be.
That's what I'm saying. The term, yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel like in your realm, whichever your tax bracket realm in, you should be the man or the woman in. So let's just say you got a CEO, right? You have like a restaurant owner. You ain't making as much as a CEO, but you do your own thing in your lifestyle. And if some way y'all could find a way to make that a conglomerate, then bam, that should be it. Like you pay your bills, you got your little mortgage, you got your car, whatever little simple shit, you are able to afford your life. Plus some go on vacations. What's wrong with that?
It's a mindset thing.
You know what I'm saying? I think you just got to be the man or the woman in your realm. That's it.
It's really a mindset thing. That's all it really is. It's like, if you treat yourself like a CEO or whatever, even if you're not, hey, well, then treat yourself that way. You know, that's the thing. It's all a mentality thing. Like if person working at McDonald's was like, oh well, I want to become the manager of this place one day, you know, or I want to start my own McDonald's or start my own food restaurant. You know, things like that. Like people have dreams and everything, and you know, if you're going to chase it or not, go after it. That's the thing. So, like, don't think someone, just because they're at this position, doesn't mean they have higher ambitions for themselves.
That's the example that's why I brought up the movie, because he eventually did have bigger ambitions and he got there, but she had to be patient with him. And she didn't even want to give him that shot because of what he do. And I feel like a lot of times women lose out on the right person,
Because they're not
and men
patient.
too.
They're not leaning into their heart. That's what it is.
Right. They may really care about this person, but because their finances may be at the moment not where they feel like it's to their standards, they may say, oh, and that's probably because that's how he was taught too. You know, mom probably said,
Don't date the potential,
Right.
what he is right
But
now.
look, but look at it like this, right? Like, because we speak on how, like, let's just say we doing our thing, right? Then we look at that woman that don't really got much going on, but she trying to move in with us. Like, can we flip the script a little bit? And then, like, how would you feel if that was the case? Would you
But look what you just said, trying to move in with us. Is that
Well,
why?
no, I'm just saying, like she has kind of not move in, but you know, she has the ambition, but she's not exactly where we at. You know what I'm saying? Would you still take that chance on her?
If the ambition is there and she has the drive,
If you're working towards it, then
yeah.
Now,
I'll
does
even
that
help
really
you get there?
All right, devil's advocate. Does that really matter to a guy though? Like, is that what you're? Are you really judging that woman? Are you really trying to date this woman based on her career ambitions?
It should be.
Potential.
I feel like
A small
To an
percentage,
extent.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it
If women
because
date men for
we've
potential,
dated?
why
We've
can't we do
dated.
it?
Wait, say,
If women date men based on potential, why can't we do it?
because historically we haven't. We've dated historically we've dated women who worked at the counter, who've been the
supposed to be the
secretary,
breadwinners.
worked at the drive-through. You know, there's a very nice movie out there that displays that. I'm not going to talk about it, but you know, there's a movie. You know, it's like we don't care that much about. It's not a focus on us. What we look for is some type of nurturing, right? We look for femininity in a woman. You know, we want the softness. We
Being a
want
goddamn human.
we want them to we want all the feminine energy that they bring.
And
It's
not a
not to
money
say
pot.
that it's like we don't look for economics in a woman first. That's not the first thing men look for. We want them because we go out there and we do in battle with other men. Think about the battles we go out there and do all the time. As soon as we step on to work, there's some guy trying to outwork us. You know, there's a CEO who's looking at my leadership skills amongst the workers and going, "Oh, he thinks he's coming for my job. Well, I'm gonna overwork him and da da da." And then we got to come back. And
But you can say that for women too, because women have to not only have to battle against.
Oh no, wait!
women,
I'm
other
not
women,
saying
but
that
they're
they
battling
don't.
too.
I'm not saying they don't deal with that, but it's a different level
Yeah.
for men because what we're judged on in society is not what a lot of women are judged on in society. They've just been given the opportunity to go there. And again, it's not something that we want to deny them, but we're saying when we look for a mate, that's not the first priority that we put out there.
you don't feel like times are changing. You don't feel like that.
Sure.
It hasn't. No, I don't think
so.
I don't think the priority for men has really changed. Do more men respect career? And of course, I'm usually the moderator, but I'm going in. Do we respect the career aspirations of women? Absolutely. Like as you can hear from us on the panel, yeah, we respect women for going after their careers. But what we're looking for in a mate, I'm not looking for you to be the CEO and work 50 hours and build your kingdom and all that.
It's a plus.
I want to knock boots. want to make a baby. I want to make a legacy. You know, like I want you to dress in that little thing. I want you to wear that little tiny little black piece to the bedroom. You know, and when you come home, and when I come home, and I just
What's the song? What's the
Dress
song?
it up, make it real for me.
What's the song? What's the song that's gonna be playing, Will? What's the song?
I can't think of it right now. You put me on the spot. I can't think of it. But,
Right, that's the important question. What's the song?
what's the song?
Yeah.
What's the song?
What would be your song if she came in with everything you just said on? Like,
With the Black Peas song.
yeah,
Oh, with the
song that's playing.
Black piece will come in the room looking all scrumptious.
Oh shit.
What type of fabric is the Black Peas? That's the
Ooh, silk. It's definitely gonna be silk.
All right, my man.
So,
Like,
baby, it's yours. If you want it tonight.
What's that? The Red Light Special?
Yeah, I couldn't think about it, but yeah.
That's a Red Light Special.
But just but that's what I'm saying. Like as a man, this is what I'm looking for. This is what men are looking for when they come home.
Right.
After doing battle out there and working. And and it's not to say that men won't do the same thing for you. If I know you out there kicking, what's the first thing we want to do? I'm gonna pay for the spa.
Yeah.
I may not be able to give you the best massage. I mean, I got strong hands, but I don't got the spa treatment.
Right. Trained
We gonna
go to
out
school
to
for that. Yeah,
we gonna
go to
go
school
out
for
to
that
the
shit.
spa,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna find my way to treat you
Right,
and make sure you
right,
feel
right,
good.
right,
But
right,
what I'm looking for, when I want to be treated, don't send me to the spa. Please don't send me there, because what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be looking around and I'm gonna be like, damn, I wish my wife would wear that.
Yeah.
Wish my wife would do this. I wish my wife was doing this
don't
instead of
have you looking. That's all it comes.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like in a mate, that just looking back at it from all the numbers, looking at all the studies you hear, a man is usually prioritizing how you are as a woman when
that's
he
a
comes
fact.
home.
Yeah. That's a
And it doesn't take away from you as a professional, which, all right, I've been talking for too long, which again goes into, can we date a competitive woman? Because I don't want to compete with you as a woman. And some women, they feel like that's a thing. They've dealt with the types that some people thought I was sounding like for a second. They thought, oh, if I'm doing this with a guy, why does the guy feel like I'm in competition with him? And a lot of times women are in competition with the man. Like, oh, I'm making this. Well, why can't you do such and such? And it's like, well, I am doing such and such. I don't want to be in competition with you. Can you date a competitive woman?
You like competition where it's like
battle of the household.
yeah, battle of the household. Like, who's the head of the house?
Yeah.
You don't need that. This is a 50-50 thing. We're in this together.
Yeah, don't compete against me.
like,
but
There's too much going on in the
Yeah.
world to where, like you said, we go out
This is
each
supposed
and
to
every
be-
day in the workforce and like how crazy the world is, and you want to come home and you want your
don't
home
wanna
to
come
be
home to that
peace.
shit. Yeah.
Like your home should always be your sanctuary. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so.
And if it is
yeah.
friendly competition, like Jiggy said, it should be something that's like self motivation. Like, oh, you doing this? Let me.
Yeah.
I get my shit together to do that too. Like, we
Like
get,
a
like, you know what I
workout
mean?
challenge.
Like, yeah.
Or if it's like a game, like a board game, something. like that.
Workout, like board games, like competitions like that.
if it gets to that level and her career, her competition level is getting not competition. Let me not even take it out there. Say she's doing well, and she's doing so well that hey, look, it's outshining me at this point. Do you think you could take a step back for the relationship in your career the same way women have had to sacrifice? Let's just put it out there.
It's gonna be paid for.
So you asking me if I'm gonna be a stay-at-home dad?
and take a step back.
That's asking.
Sacrifice.
Yes.
Because
I would do
let's be
it,
honest,
yes.
that's what some people. Hey, look,
Yes.
Michelle. Look, to
Nope.
throw it out there, Michelle Obama was a successful lawyer with a successful career, and she gave Barack a chance because he was a potential candidate.
That's
He
love.
was an activist.
Right.
Yeah.
So she was already established, but she
believed
was
in the
willing to
dream.
take a step back and sacrifice because of the potential.
And look
Do
at
you?
that. Got the first black president.
And it turned out to
Became the head of
be,
state.
it worked out for her, right?
Yeah. That's a dope.
Can a man do the same thing if Michelle was in the position Barack was in to become a president?
I would do it.
If y'all have that comfort level in the household, but if you're going based off, like I'm just thinking,
And of course, you can say, let me say this, you can say for yourself, but then looking at the manosphere out there, I hate saying that word, but yeah. Looking at it out there, do you think that's going to be something that's accepted out there?
I mean, I say that's what I was going to hint at. I say, yeah, like if it's with if you're in tune with your partner, y'all have that discussion, cool. But you know, family members are gonna be like, well, why that motherfucker ain't going to work? Or you know how parents are.
Yeah.
And grandma's like, oh, he just stay home all day. You bringing home the bacon. That's the only thing I would look at it as. You
And
know
that's
what I
why
mean?
guys don't feel comfortable because
Yeah,
you know,
we're not allowed to.
We're not allowed.
Yeah, we're not allowed to.
We can't. Like
The
even,
social construct of
Yeah, like even if I was accepting of that, and I could accept it and do that, like now because now you got her whole family, her friends, everybody. Like you good with that? Like you good with him just kind of just being at home, just doing nothing?
Yeah, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm doing things. I'm keeping this house clean.
Right,
You know,
like-
I wash the dishes. I mowed the
They gonna call
lawn.
me
Right.
a bitch then.
I fixed the
Right.
door.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna call him a bitch then.
Yeah, you clean the house, and I'm here bringing in the money. Like you know what I mean? And it's a security thing within your relationship as well. Because then now, if you're not secure enough, now she's gonna let everything that her family's saying that she was brought up on in the first place come into the relationship. It may not even be what she truly feels, but because she's hearing it so often, she gonna think to herself like, yeah, you could do a little bit more.
A good example of that was in one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, Grown Folks, when Chris Rock and what's my girl?
Grown-ups.
My
Yeah,
girl name.
I just seen this shit recently.
Yeah, what was it? Grown Ups.
Grown Ups.
I say Grown
Yeah.
Folks, right? Yeah, Grown Ups.
Grown Up.
Yeah, Grown Ups. And the girl from SNL, she was the breadwinner, and he was the stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And he was home cooking and everything, and her mom would always give him crap
Yeah.
the whole time.
I remember that.
And of course, you know, he found things to do, but he was always saying, like, hey, you working these long hours.
Black
But it,
community, that's gonna be
It's not. Gonna
but it was like, you know, Chris Rock he showed the example, like, yo, we're going to be judged differently if we take on that role.
Yeah.
Now, like, just, and from us as individuals, do we think that times are changing where, at least right now, you're saying, like, it's still
It's not. I don't
changed.
think so. I think men are still gonna be expected to do something, and if a man takes that step back, he will be judged no matter what. It's been happening too long.
Well, there was a story that someone told me about, where like a woman sacrificed. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna make, you know, all the money, and then I'm gonna invest in my husband. You know what I mean? Like, so I forgot what the story was. So I mean, I think it's possible. Like people do that. Like, you know, like sometimes a woman just have that much belief in her man. Like it's like, okay, I could take care of the household now. You do what you got to do to get your affairs in order, and then bam, then y'all
right.
both winning. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's possible.
Invest in your partner. That's all it is. Invest
Do you
in
think
your
it will be socially accepted though? It's
It's not gonna be accepted, but I don't give a
Fuck
fuck.
the social
Move.
construct.
Get out my way.
Right.
I don't
But
care what
again,
y'all
it's like
think.
it's like said though, like it's about how their family feels. And will they accept doing how that works, and will that affect y'all as a couple if she lets everything that she hears get in her head?
Do you
You
think?
just have to have a conversation about that. You and your
Do you think he can still prove to society that he's still a man by being like a stay-at-home husband or father? Do you think
Go
he
ahead,
could?
because you disagree with it the most. Go ahead.
I mean, can he still prove?
Yeah,
that
like
he's
can he still prove to like so the people that will feel a way about it? Could he still prove like, nah, he's still a man? Like I see it. Like he might be at the crib, but the things that
If
he's
he-
doing.
I feel like that's socially approved if they have kids and he can step up as dad, you know, take his kid to school, you know, bathe the kid, you know, be submissive as a man.
What if that person is starting a business?
Huh?
What if that person is starting a business?
If the woman started the business,
No, what the guy
but
is starting a
the
business
dude-
while he's
yeah.
at home.
that works too. Like that's still proven. He's still there's ways.
Or
to
we
prove
just
it.
talking about just straight stay-at-home dad, don't do nothing and live off the
I don't
woman
know.
low-key.
We should probably clarify that.
Yeah, let's clarify. Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
Yeah.
we talking about straight stay-at-home dad and he don't do like shit?
No, so he basically takes on the role of
Like
caretaker. You know,
Oh, okay.
woman. Do
like what a traditional, but he does it in the way a man would do, right? So a man is going to make sure I'm making sure the kids are fed. I'm making sure the house is,
That to
you know,
me-
it's well taken care of. But I can go a step further, where as a woman would normally say, "Oh, look, you got to make sure to call somebody to fix the door. I can fix the roof. I can fix the door. I can actually
He's still a man.
keep this roof.
Yeah.
He's still a man.
Yeah, he's still definitely
because he's
100%.
still keeping the foundation
100%.
together.
You're taking care of home.
Yeah.
You make everything is still working.
Going
Yeah.
back on that, the Cosby Show. Heathcliff Huxtable. He was a doctor, yes, but he wasn't always at the hospital. He was on call most of the time. Like he would go deliver the babies. So at Claire, she was the one. They both made a good amount of money, but they never said who was the breadwinner. But most of the time, Claire's out the house. Cliff is in the house. So most of the time, Cliff is with the kids. He's fixing things, even though it turned out good and everything. But most of the time, he's fixing stuff. So at the end of the day, like back then, they was kind of showing that. So it should be accepted more, but I think it's a conversation you have to have with your partner.
All about communication.
It's all about communication. That's all relationships come down to is
If
communication.
you, what about if you had a woman that's like, I want to retire you, like now, like would you accept it?
Like if she wanted to retire now,
Like, yeah, no, she wants to retire you, like just fuck it, like you ain't got to work no more.
it's it.
How would you feel in that case?
Me personally, or I mean, it's listen. If she again, we talking Oprah money or something like that. Hell, I mean, we even talking.
Forget what she makes. She just say, I
and
got
she
enough
just wants
to retire you.
Well, she wants to retire me.
Yeah.
She wants to start taking. Well,
Like
listen,
you ain't got to work ever again.
I would love to be
it allows me to be ambitious as long as it doesn't cut off my ambition to live. You know. So if I still want to do things where you're saying you don't want me to work.
Yeah, you done. Like
You don't want me to work. You just want me to take care of these kids and just worry about the family.
Never comes with retirement.
Listen, and again, this is a partnership, and I wanted to, like, after everybody's points, I wanted to, like, kind of put a bow on what everybody said. If she's willing to plug up that hole right there, which is the biggest crux of a relationship, where, do we have a roof over our head? Do we have food on our tables? Is everything taken care of? As long as the necessities, if she's able to take care of all the necessities, well, then absolutely. I don't think a man should feel some type of way because as a partnership, we've taken care of the necessities. Everything else after that is ancillary. Everything else is just icing on the cake.
I don't know what that means.
Sorry. It means it's provided from it's provided from the security of taking care of the basics of all the necessities.
Question. So does that mean, with that being said, does that mean you're reliant on your wife in general? Because now you're retired. She's the breadwinner. Now, say you want to do something.
Yeah. You are reliant.
You know what I mean?
You do become reliant,
and that's where the problem. That's where the problem comes.
Yeah.
That's where the problem rises now.
But if we're talking again, this is where if you respect a woman's economic career, if you respect what she's doing, and she's gotten to a point where she can take care of this is not. She's the lioness of the herd.
She
of
runs
the pack.
She
took care of this.
Would you still feel like a man?
Yes. If the lion can still feel like the king of the jungle with all his lioness going out and hunting for the food, I guess I can too. If all she did was say, this is no longer a problem. In this world where economics, in this world of economics and careers, where she's been able to take care of this part right here is not a problem no more. I can still feel like a man because I just no longer have to worry about this. I can be a man in other areas. I can still be a man in saying, hey, let's go over here for this vacation. Okay. Hey, let's do this as a family event.
As long as you pay for it.
See, this is where I say. Now, this is what I talk about with the payments. If you only feel like a man if you're paying for something, if you're economically more successful than a woman. If that plays a dynamic and you feeling like a man, that's where it conflicts with women who are successful. And that's when they can't get with that person because now there's a competition right there. And now unfortunately, she feels like she's in competition with you because you made it a competition with her.
So let me ask you a question. So you'll feel okay with looking up a place for y'all to go on vacation and looking up all the luxuries and all the things I could do and setting everything up and say, yo, babe, we should do this. It costs about $15,000, but you got it, babe.
No, it's not about you got it, babe. It's like, hey,
we got it. No, we don't got it. I'm not working.
No, it's like, do we want to do this? Mitch. We still got to make a decision on it, right?
That's true. Yeah,
we still got to make a decision on it, right?
I feel you. Yeah.
And this is why I say this. This is where, because I don't know how long left. I want to say this. Speaking on the culture, because my man, he said he brought up a good point in today's society. I think it's up to the new sort of men, the new men of this new society to be able to shape the culture. The culture of yesteryear is no longer going to be the culture of your future. You are the future. You get to set standards, right? We don't have to subscribe to the cultures and the norms of what they did, because if it was up to them, women wouldn't be in the positions they are. We wouldn't have the Issa Raes. We wouldn't have the Ava DuVernays. We wouldn't have the Michelle Obamas.
School them.
You know, we wouldn't get that.
Right.
So it's up to the new age of men, and this is where we are still men at the end of the day, to shape the culture and say, no, that doesn't define us. I'm still a man regardless.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you should have been that guy on the Everest commercial. You're sitting at home. You're on the couch. You're not doing nothing. Get your ass up. Go to the house.
Hey, brother, you still a man.
Right, yeah. Yo. Shout out to my man Will Power. Yeah, that nigga dope.
Yeah.
You gotta come back.
Yo, are we trying to call it an hour or?
I mean, if it's, hey, listen, once again,
It was
a pleasure. You
Second
tuned
episode.
into the Black Casuals podcast. Everybody introduce yourselves because you know what I'm saying. Get yourselves some.
Start with Jiggy. We're gonna start. Sorry, go ahead.
That's his name.
They already know who I am.
Me, the lemon pepper stuffer, aka Mr. Anonymous.
Mr. Anonymous.
Yeah, I know me. I'm not anonymous. It's Chance.
And I'm the moderator, Will Power. All from Harlem, Austin, from Harlem World. And this has been another episode of Black Casuals. Stay tuned.
Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Everything.
All that stuff.
And thanks to my
The Black
thanks to the haters,
Casuals
please keep commenting. I don't care
Hey,
if it's good or
just
bad.
keep comment, subscribe.
Say whatever you want.
Join
We
the
see y'all haters.
conversation. We're going to see y'all in the next episode, all right?
Yes.